Hi there, I'm Dr. Eli Camp.
And I'm Dr. Judith Thompson, and we're here today to basically tell you why we wrote this book and what drove us to get this out there into the public. And Dr. Eli, do you want to go ahead and get into it? Why did you write this book?
Well, so I've been in practice about 13 years now, and right from the beginning, I was really involved with the patient population who have been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. And so a lot of those parents were choosing to not vaccinate or to not do additional vaccinations if they had already started. And yet, when they went to find resources, or their friends went to find resources of how to treat their children, so should these childhood illnesses come up like chickenpox or mumps or measles, the things that are still relatively common, right? They couldn't find very good, reliable resources. And so I started digging, years ago, and found that I really had to access the old literature, and I had to just, spend a lot of time trying to figure out the best, most effective ways to use natural medicine to deal with the childhood illnesses. And so there was that. That was one reason. And the other reason is that we both know, and I'm sure this was one of your motivations too, is that the healthier a child is, the less risk they run for having complications from these illnesses. So those are my big motivations, plus my 2 grandkids.
That's great. So, when I look back and I think of how I got started, I was delivering babies. That was my beginnings in practicing as a doctor. And, a lot of parents started asking me, so, what should I vaccinate for? What, and then there was also kind of the other side of some families saying, well, we don't know if we want to vaccinate. And some families were, coming from a religious perspective. Other people were having more philosophical perspectives. Others were just, this was a long time ago. This was a good 15 years ago. So they were just trying to figure out what do I do? And, slowly I started getting more parents coming in and saying, well, you know what, I'm not going to vaccinate. So how do I take care of my child? And so, as I went through and I was doing the same thing, just reading through so many different books to answer questions that parents had about particular vaccines or, newborn injections, things like this that they were going to be getting. So they wanted to know, how can I keep my child healthy? And so I found myself always going through and talking about these real foundational steps that parents could take, but they just didn't know. They didn't have the tools, and they certainly didn't have the time to start reading books with a newborn in their hands, or
right.
toddlers, So really for me, it was a way to be able to gather all this information that literally took me years of researching and putting together, so that parents could know how to care for their children if they chose not to vaccinate, or if they were doing, some vaccines and not all, whatever it was that was the right fit for their family.
Thanks so much for joining us today. Be sure and like us on Facebook. Tell your friends about us. Join us as we continue to do more videos like this. We will be going through the book and talking more about each chapter.
And, if you're interested in purchasing the book, you can go ahead and go to our website. It's vitalhealthpublishing.com, and it's available for you there. You can even download a free chapter so that you can get a sense for what the book is like. So thanks so much.
Thanks. Bye.